This is Sport bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. Like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts its pipes. Now let's talk about it. And the prediction king strikes again. Hino's Sport told you guys, man. Look at Bob Arum. This is notorious for Bob Arum to do some fuck shit like this, man. Bob Arum turned around and he said, this boxing judge should not have a boxing license of the commission. Let me say it again. This boxing judge should not have a boxing license. As a boxing judge. 119 to 109. I mean, look at the background. Look at what Terrence Crawford just said. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, Even Terrence Crawford said that this fight was a draw. And he's a fellow stablemate with Top Rank. Let me say it again, because what I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? Fucking wow. Terrence Crawford, a fellow stablemate of Top Rank, said 119 to 109 is ridiculous. Ooh-wee. That is so fucking disrespectful. See, the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, the cutthroat true fashion is Bob Arum is notorious for this. When he does these types of boxing, judging decisions, where he's involved into it, he's ingratiated into it, because it's supply and demand, and they wanted to prop up the young star and basically rob the current older statesman. We know this stuff to be true. This is Bob Arum's MO. He comes out and lashes at the judge. 119 to 109. What the fuck was Judy Letterman looking at? And the sad part about it is it's another female boxing judge. As if female boxing judges are illiterate when it comes to boxing. First, this was Adelaide Bird with the Cinnamon Alvarez nonsense over and over and over again. Now Judy Letterman. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, They wanted Teofimo Lopez to win because they understood, or they understand, that if this super duper hype job variation lost, he would have had mental nightmares. His mental faculties would have been gone. He would have been completely mentally strained and done. And they didn't want that fuck shit. They didn't want that on their conscience. So they had to ensure that the super duper hype job variation had the opportunity for him to win. You see what I'm saying with this? Now, the sad part about this, because I'm going to talk about this shit more extensively tomorrow, is this fucks up Tank versus Loma super fight. Who the fuck wants to see Teofimo Lopez or super duper hype job variation against Tank? Tank will literally tank this motherfucker, man. From what I saw last night, the schnauzer getting schnauzed the fuck up, getting beat up. How Teofimo Lopez dominated the second half of the fight. If you go look at the scorecard, it's so interesting that the rounds that I called, rounds 2, round 7, round 8, round 9, round 10, round 11, a lot of people tend to have those same rounds. And more people are coming out saying, Hino's Sport, you bringing that what? That heat and that fire. And you keeping the foot on the what? On the next. You keeping the foot on the what? On the next. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that you are, you're applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. You bursting pipes on this stuff. Because what people have to understand is we got to call a spade here. We have to keep it real. We got to keep it 100. And we got to keep it a buck. Vasiliy Lomachenko was robbed. He won this fight 7 rounds to 5. And I wouldn't be mad if it was a fucking draw. I wouldn't be mad at that. Because the 12th round, I get it. 6-5, draw at the 12. I fucking get it. But nobody can sit here and tell me that Teofimo Lopez won more rounds than round 1, round 3, round 4, round 5, and round 6. And if you're telling me this stuff, you're a Rudy Poo and a Pluck Up, right? If you're telling me this stuff, you're a classic Donut or Troglodyte. If you're telling me this stuff, you're an ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, i.e. reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panders. Because this is what they do at their truest and their most properest levels. There was an agenda out here in these boxing community fan bases and YouTube. They wanted Teofimo Lopez to win. They wanted the super duper hype job variation to be the one to upset Vasiliy Lomachenko. So they're taking whatever win that they could take. See, these motherfuckers are not even keeping that same energy, dog. What happened to the 6th round stoppage? What happened to Teofimo Lopez saying this shit wasn't going to go past 6? Are they holding Teofimo Lopez's foot to the fire? Keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy. What happened, Teofimo Lopez Sr.? You said this shit wouldn't go past 2. But it went 12 rounds. Vasiliy Lomachenko dominated him in the second half of the fight. No one wants to talk about that, but more and more people are coming to the light because more and more people are rewatching this fight and they're saying he knows the sport. You were on the thumb and you were on the needle of the situation. But this scorecard situation, it's opening Pandora's box to what he knows the sport was telling you guys. And unless you guys choose to be blind and brain full of mush and dodo heads, that's on you. If you want to be brainwashed, that's on you. But the facts are right there in your face. The proof is in the pudding, and it's telling you, follow the fucking cookie crumbs. And when you do, you see that once a super duper hype job, always a super duper hype job. They knew if Teofimo Lopez lost this fight, he would have mentally retired and checked out of boxing. Let me say it again. If Teofimo Lopez would have lost this fight, he would have mentally checked out and he would have retired from boxing. They didn't want that shit. So that's why they gave him this win. This sham of a fucking win. Because when you don't do enough to beat the champion, you don't deserve to take the belts. This is likened to Charlo and Harrison. 1. This is likened to Ugas and Porter. Because although I felt Eugenio Ugas won the fight, he didn't do enough. So hence he didn't deserve to take the fucking belts. And if they're doing that with Sean Porter, why can't they do that with Vasiliy Lomachenko? This is why the fix is in. This is why boxing is where it's at, in the fucking gutter. And super duper hype job variation fanboys don't want to accept this truth because they just want the fact that Teofimo Lopez won. I told you guys we're on a participation award era. They want to take whatever kind of wins, however they can get it. And they don't care if the win is a quality win. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to knock out Vasiliy Lomachenko. That shit didn't happen. So he is therefore and thereby a super duper hype job variation. And just like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. So once a super duper hype job, always a super duper hype job. I keep the foot on the what? On the X. I keep the foot on the what? On the X. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.